What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zoo the Barber, and today I'm going to show you how to do a high fade. And I first start off by using my Babyliss outliners so I can be able to bald it out. Just start the transitioning all the way in. Now I go in with no guard, go up half an inch to get my second guideline in. Now I go in on my 1.5. Now this is basically me getting over the leftover hair that's sticking up. So when I go down with my 1, the transition to make it way much smoother than anything possible. Now I go in on my 1. Now we really focus on that middle line right there, the one that's sticking out the most, so you don't go too high, because if you go too high, then your old fade gonna go higher than what it's supposed to be. So you gotta keep brushing down so you won't lose your track of where you're going. Now I go in on my 0 guard. Now we're still focusing on the middle line, because the middle line is what separates from the hair from the baldness. So you really gotta flick your way in and basically try to really see the vision before it actually comes true, you know. So that's your main thing you want to do when it comes down to that. You just keep brushing, you know. Brushing is a very important thing, a brush or a comb. So anything that you really prefer. Now what I call this right here is basically erasing time. You know, you use no guard at all, just use your edge of your clippers and your liner so you can be able to get the full transition. You see how the middle line is basically going away, so when you're using your clippers and your liners to basically bald it out, use your edge, you know. Do not use the full blade, because you use a full blade, once again, like I said, your fade is going to go higher and you have to do 10 times work more than what you was doing. Now we go ahead and start tapering the beard. You know, the beard, it gives it more of a pop when the beard is tapered. You know, it gives it more of a pop just because how the high taper is gonna look 10 times crazier just because it's not no curve or anything like that. So for you to be able to flick the wrist and make it blend in all the way in, it's just a phenomenal cut. Now I'm starting with the back taper. My camera was real blurry when I was doing this. I guess it lost focus while I was doing a back taper, but you know, I know you can see, but I know it's kind of hard, but we're gonna go through. But I know for next time, have my camera angle a little bit different, so it won't do this. So I'm sorry for that. And it's something I wanted to tell everyone, that basically push for your dreams. You know, it's a lot of things that comes with it when it comes down to any type of career. But as soon as you push harder and you really motivate yourself and get the instincts of what you want to do and what you're trying to do and where you're trying to get at in life, things gonna be 10 times easier for you, and you will understand your purpose in life. You know, don't never be a follower, always be a leader. You know, understand what you really need to do to be where you want to be at. You know, I know it's hard, but you know, God not gonna put a lot of things on your plate that you can't handle. You know, so just stay prayed up and stay focused, man. Someone asked me for my last video, they inboxed me on Instagram and basically asked me what type of clippers I prefer, and I said the Wahl Magics and the Andis Masters. You know, those are the real go-to ones. You know, they real nice and sharp, and they really get the job done. I really prefer it to anybody, you know, so if you really want to invest in yourself with that, you know, I would say those two are the main ones that I would love to get. You know, it's a lot of more other clippers that's real good too, so like the BaBylissPRO one. The only thing I have an issue with those is the battery life goes out real fast, but they get the job done as well. But I just wanted to throw that out there so you have you get the picture of what can give you a good crispy haircut. Now on the right side, I basically sped it up just to make sure that we already did the same steps, exactly the same thing. So I just wanted to speed it up so we can be able to go forward with the haircut. Now you're finna start on the liner. You know, you gotta brush down the hair, then knock down the extra hair that's sticking over the lining, so you can be able to give it a nice crispy cut. Now I apply my holding spray all the way on, put it on the lining, and put it on the beard as well. Make sure all the hair stays still when you finna have this transition that's being amazing to the haircut, you know, so you gotta do everything you can to make sure the haircut is good as possible. And you see me also shaping up the back of the hair and giving it the nice shape up. And I know you see that blend on the side, man. It's crazy, man. Now I'm starting my lining with my Slim Pro lines with the GTX blade on them. These things is some hitters, man, you know. And then especially when you adjust them in the right direction, you know what I'm saying? Like not overlapping the top of the blade. Man, they hit and they real good, you know. And I feel like they real good for corners, you know. Like you can really get in them corners with that GTX blade on them. And you also gotta do the corners. When you do them, don't never push in. Always tap and pull out. Tap and pull out. How clean it is, man. You know, make sure you clean up the extra sides of it, and look how the difference is from the right side to the left side. You know, it's crazy, yo. I also want to give a shout out to my little homie Carlos, man. He got a clothing line called Together as One, you know, and he pushing real hard. You know, the city is really behind him, and I'm one of the people that's behind him as well. And if you want any merch, I'm gonna have his link down below in the description and his Facebook. So please support the youth, man. That's all we got, man. We gotta keep pushing for him. Now this is the fun part, you know. It's time for the pencil, the magic pencil, you know. It really does magic, you know. Get that contrast look, you know. And this haircut is all the way natural, you know, and that's the only thing that's enhancing it right now is just the pencil, you know. So I'm just really trying to show off my skills. I can actually do it, you know, natural as well, and I can do enhancements also, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Like I said in my last video, enhancements is for people who need it and people who want it. People that don't want it, that's fine, you know, but you can't bash other people that want that, you know. Everybody got their own preference, so that don't mean that everybody is just all fake, and you know what I'm saying. Just, you gotta give people what they want, and people, they want that and they want that, you know. So it's not up to you, but don't never get discouraged if somebody talking about that and then they just leave you out in the dry and you feel like you don't want to have it no more. You know, just do what you want to do. What make you comfortable is make you comfortable. This one of my favorite things as well to do, using a razor, you know, pull that skin back and make a crispy line with it. And I love the ash, you know, like the ash of the razor when it comes down and you see the line of the beard coming in. Man, it's like the most coldest thing to me. It's like one little simple tool can make so much of the haircut. Now, when I basically do mustaches, I always make sure I tap because I don't want to go too hard, you know. Like the lip part is like the most sensitive skin to me, you know, so I always got to make sure I do it the right way and just tap instead of just dragging my blade. And then I go through the same thing. Look how it looked crazy. As soon as you pull the skin back and start using the razor, that's phenomenal, man. Now I applied the Blackice beard oil on his beard. This is something that he always requests. It's something that's good, you know. And what he gets done is this and the hot comb treatment. The hot comb really stretches out his beard. You know, it looks real kind of like he got a long beard, but when this come out, look, see how it looks like it's just silking the beard out. Now I call this the time of basically the cleanup, you know, get the extra excess hair that was around, or, you know, just be more detailed in your work. Your work shows, and a lot of people walk around and they gonna ask who cut their hair, you know, and he say, Zoo, that's my face card, you know. So a lot of people say business cards is good, but you really have to show out when it comes down to your clients. And right now I'm putting some Cantu oil in his hair, so he basically get it real curly. See it start curling instantly. YouTube, it's been a real one, man. Thanks for sticking around, man, watching this full video, man. It's very, very important to like, comment, subscribe to get more content, build this channel up. You know, I'm really reaching to get, I want to say about 250, you know, just something slight, you know, to basically build up, man, though. But, you know, stay tuned, man. There's new bangers coming soon. Zoo out, baby.